Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys? What's going on in Stream Team World? We're talking about superfoods tonight. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to be a stalling YouTuber. I'm going to tell you what those 10 superfoods are that you should be eating right now. And after I do that, I'm going to quickly go through the list, and then we're going to expound on each one. And then after that's done, we're just going to hang out and vibe like we do here in the stream every night, because I go live every night. So tonight, it's about health, and it's about superfoods that you should be eating. Let's go through 1 through 10, and then I will expound on each. Number 1, spinach. Yes, spinach, that vegetable that made Popeye so strong. Number 2, salmon. This is a tricky one because the salmon are not running like they used to. We'll talk more about that later, but salmon's on the list. Those healthy fats, those omega-3s. Quinoa. Again, this one, it could be debatable because it's a grain. I'm not a grain person, but it's on the list. So we're gonna talk about that one because it's a grain with protein. That's the caveat on that one. Eggs, almonds, blueberries, Greek yogurt, avocados, and number 10, chia seeds. So those are the 10 superfoods. Hey, Big Fred, how are you? Good to see you, sir. How are you doing? Always a pleasure to have you arrive into the stream. How you been? How you feeling? Since last night was not very informative, it was just a vibe out, tonight I decided to offer some information. I decided to give some education. Very good, thank you. I had a good day, and now I'm ready to vibe with the tribe. And I'm talking about health. This is kind of like the setup for March is gonna be all about health and fitness, I think. I think that's what we're gonna try and do over here. Trey Williams, hey, how are you, Trey? Tonight we're talking about health. We're talking about healthy foods, 10 healthy superfoods that should be in your diet. And this is kind of like a foreshadowing of my March focus on health and fitness. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go through I'll start with number 1, which is spinach, which is packed with iron and antioxidants. You should have lots of greens in your diet. I try and have a green shake every morning, but that's like the powdered greens because sometimes you just don't have time to put down that roughage. Like that's a lot of chewing, it's time consuming. Sometimes you're on the go and you can't make that happen. Try and make it happen whenever you can. I'm a big fan. I love a salad. I love some kale. I love spinach. I love a good broccoli rabe, but sometimes you can't get all those in. That's why I always have a green shake in the morning, because that way at least you know you covered the base, even if you can't hit it with the actual roughage later on. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, thank you, Trey. Very sweet. Appreciate you. Number 2 on the list. Now, this is like based on research, okay? This is me surveying like the health trends, doing lots of, deep diving in Google, trying to come up with this list of 10. And salmon keeps coming up on every single list I see, so that's why I'm saying it. However, it's very hard to find healthy salmon because most of the salmon that you find now is farm raised. And once it's farm raised, it doesn't have the same kind of nutritional profile. So you kind of almost need wild salmon, and the problem with wild salmon is that it's exceedingly rare. Like it's been fished to death, literally. So we're maybe in the last days of even being able to have salmon consumption be a thing as far as wild salmon goes. So this is a tricky one. I'm not getting into ethics with this. I'm just purely talking about what would benefit you. So if you can get your hands on some wild salmon that's been running, that's been eating actual, little plankton and whatnot, then that's the way to go. That's the way to go. As far as nutrition goes. Number 3 is the quinoa, which I'm not a big grain eater. However, this is a grain that has a protein component. So it's kind of like a complete protein, and a carbohydrate. So that makes it like super. That's where the superpowers come in. And it gives you it's calorically dense, so you get calories, you feel full, you've got your protein, you've got your carbs. So there's an argument to be made for it. That's why it made the list. And also, it has a very neutral, kind of earthy, nutty taste that is easy to enhance with your flavors of choice. So it's a good one in that way because it's very flexible as far as the way you can make it taste. Number 4, eggs. eggs, eggs. And this one, I mean, it is a superfood because it is protein. Once again, there's something very satisfying. It has cholesterol, which sometimes you can have a low cholesterol diet. Like I've had times where I've had low cholesterol. So not everyone is battling cholesterol. Some of us need to boost it. Yeah, I think it's supercharged. I think it's great for muscle building as well. So eggs are a great source, a great superfood to have on hand. And also they're great in a pinch. Like if you just have boiled eggs in the fridge, like if you don't have time for a full-on meal, you can always just have one of those. And in some ways, it gives you the full satisfaction. All right, almonds. I literally snack on these suckers probably every single day. I don't think a day, well, not a day, but I would say not a week goes by that I haven't had some almonds. So this one is probably my personal favorite on the list because they're filling, they're calorically dense, they're the perfect handful snack to like satisfy you. If you're in the middle of like a bunch of meetings or you have a crazy day, you can just have that handful and you are good to go. And like you feel kind of satisfied and you can, you know, keep moving and keep being productive. What else is going on? This is a quiet one. Hopefully it picks up. What's going on, algorithm? Talk to me, algorithm. Talk to me, baby. And then we've got, all right, I did almonds, blueberries. Right, super antioxidant rich, low in sugar, so you're not gonna have an insulin spike. And at the same time, you know, you get that fruity goodness, that dark blue color in foods is always a good sign that you're getting a great antioxidant profile. So blueberries are a nice one, low calorie, great to snack. If you freeze them a tiny little bit, it gives them that like firmness that sometimes they're lacking, and they're perfect to like just pop and eat. Like if you're someone who's like a snacker or you need to crunch, or like when you're watching or listening to something, you need to have that going on, blueberries are great, healthy substitute for something maybe a little more decadent. And then what's next on this? Greek yogurt with the proteins and the probiotics. Gotta have those probiotics, gotta make sure that, you know, we've got the gut health going on, because gut health is a key to overall health. So a good yogurt with probiotics is great. And one that's low fat, and the firm Greek yogurt is ideal. And then we've got the sweet potatoes, the mighty sweet potato. Can be prepared so many ways, totally delicious. Baked sweet potato fries are amazing and my favorite. Much better than, you know, I mean, when I say better, I mean healthier, not necessarily more delicious. But once you get used to them, you kind of almost can't go back to like the standard like deep fried fries. So once you master your baked sweet potato fry technique, you won't go back, you won't. And then we got avocados. Yes, that avocado toast that everyone's been criticized for spending their fortunes on, that is a great superfood meal. So avocados are key. And then the last one on the list, number 10, chia seeds. Why are these on the list? Because they have omega-3s and fiber. So it's a great way to have healthy fats and also, you know, keep that bowel motility happening with the fiber. So we covered it. We covered our complete list of 10 superfoods that you should be having. And this is a new thing. Like, I'm gonna try whenever possible to start every stream with something informational, with something educational, with something, a helpful tip. This was a quick one. Like, I could just whiz through this list. It didn't need a whole lot to expound on, but you know, sometimes I'll go into topics that are require a little bit more explanation. Questions for the tribe. What are your go-to superfoods for energy? Ooh, somebody's heart spamming me. Who's heart spamming me? Love you for that. What are your go-to superfoods for energy? Which ones are any of these? Do you consume them? And if so, how often? And what's your number one food for muscle growth? Because I know that's always a concern for so many people, male and female. Like, everyone wants to be stronger and leaner and you know, put on a little bit of muscle mass to maintain their metabolism. So what's your go-to for muscle growth? Is it just good old-fashioned like beef, chicken, eggs? Or do you have a secret sauce, a secret ingredient? If you do, let us know. So yeah, that covered that. That did that. And now we can vibe. And we can talk about health and healthy eating as we vibe. Like, that's gonna be the theme for the day. And hopefully the algorithm will send us a little bit more population so that we can have a proper hangout. You never know what you're gonna get. The algo does what it wants to do, okay? Sometimes it gives me lots of peeps. Sometimes it gets stingy with me. It gets stingy. You never know. Oh, let me get into the stream and do my pinning that I like to do, that I need to do. And to anyone who's here, we can talk about whatever you'd like. I just wanted to start off on that healthy note, giving you those top 10 superfoods. Now I'm just gonna randomly talk about my day unless someone has a superfood question or a superfood addition to make. So I had meetings today that I think went well. So I'm kind of in a good mood because of that. And I feel like good things are about to happen, okay? Like I feel like I'm on the verge of good things happening. And I also feel like there's some kind of turnaround. It may be like a temporary turnaround, but economically speaking, I feel like there's an uptick. It could just be the industry I'm working in, I don't know. But it feels like there's a lot of, I'm getting so much outreach as far as opportunities go that just was not going on in 2024. So I don't know what that is. I think maybe something, there's some little economic stimulation happening because all of a sudden, there's a uptick in activity. Anyone else experiencing that? I felt like the economy was literally at a standstill last year, especially towards the fourth quarter of last year. And now all of a sudden I feel like things are waking up. Am I alone in that phenomenon being experienced, or is anyone else experiencing it too? I'll take it. Bottom line, I'll take it, and I love it. I love that for us. I want to see prosperity become, universal. So yes, I'll take that uptick every time. And let me pin this into the chat. Boom, and then let me get that sucker pinned. Oh, come on, where's the pinning? Where's my little pinning button? All right, that message is pinned. I've got payment gateways open. I've talked about superfoods to get us started, and now I'm just here to vibe out for the next, 45 minutes plus. So we're gonna have a good time now. I may have to just add some music to transition us into the right mind frame. I don't know. Let me see. Let me reach into my DJ bag of tricks and see what I can find. Because sometimes it's as simple as just, changing the music changes the vibe. Let's try this one. Let's see. This is just random. This has this like a Brazilian carnival feeling. It's got that steel drum thing going. So we'll see. We'll see how that does us. Not bad, right? It's energetic. It's kind of bumping. So who else is here? And who else is ready, like me, to get back on your fitness grind? The reason I started off talking about superfoods is because I'm ready to get back on my fitness grind. Right now, I've been like I would say since last year ended up until now, I've just been kind of coasting. Like I haven't really been going that hard, haven't really been training that hard, just been doing like maintenance level. But now I'm ready to take it up a notch. Now I'm ready to do some transformation. And that's why I'm gonna do a fitness challenge at some point in March. I think towards the end of March, we'll do a fitness challenge to start getting our summer bodies ready, to start getting our hot girl or hot guy summer bodies ready. But I'm ready to amp up my training. I feel like I need it. I feel like at least once a year, you need to do a boost, like a fitness boost where whatever level you're at, even if you're at a great level, you just amp it up just to give your body that challenge, just to stay on it. So I'm ready to start that. And I think diet always comes first. It's the biggest way to change the game and change your physique is with diet. So starting off with those superfoods, those very, nutritious, but not necessarily super calorically dense items that will get your diet right so that you can get that body tight. So I started with that. And personally, I want to try and start doing 2-a-days. Like doing that morning workout and then afternoon, evening workout. So doing morning cardio and then evening weight training, splitting it up. Heart spamming is love, appreciate you. So I wanna do that and see how that goes, how that changes things for me, because it's something I haven't done in a really long time. Does anyone else have any strategies that they're gonna be employing to get their body the way they want it? And, oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I was like, why is it so quiet for Thursday night? It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday. These early week, Monday through Wednesday are just the slowest nights in the stream. I feel like once I decide to end this streak, and I don't know when that'll be, I will definitely just do Thursday through Sunday, because that seems to be when people want to get it popping, when people want to be here and really get it amped. But this is my nighttime therapy anyway, so I value and treasure these sessions. And I'm kicking around the idea of doing a whole year of going live in a row, but that's such a huge commitment. But I've already done 140 days in a row. It's very tempting. Like, what other milestone can I do? Because if you say you've done 6 months in a row, that doesn't have the same oomph of a year. Like, right? That's major impact to do something for a year straight. Do you think I can pull that off? I don't know. Should I try and even pull that off? I have not claimed that I'm going to do it. Right now, I'm just saying I go live every night indefinitely. But I don't know, at some point, I have to take a break, right? I can't just go live forever and ever. So I need to have like a target. I started off with live to 2025 in October of 2024. Box tick, I did that. I went live till 2025, starting October 1st. Then I was like, well, I need to do 100 days, right? I did that. We're at 140 plus. Now what? I need another milestone. And the only milestone that sounds milestone-y is a year. But that's a whole heckin' lot of days, right? So I don't know if I can pull that off. I mean, I think I can, because I truly enjoy this. Like, at this point, I have a really nice workflow with it. And it almost, I think I would feel like something was missing if I didn't do it. You know? Like, once I've mastered being able to do it consistently, it feels like, how can I not just keep going? Like, well, why not then? I don't know. I feel like I would miss it. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. But I think, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna play this Le Jazz song, because it's, oh no, yeah, I'll play this one. I love the French in it. I love the, like, it's very, like, it has this, I started playing this one, I think, on Valentine's Day. And now it's become one of my faves. So it's got this, like, romantic, sensual sound with that's peppered with, like, romantic sounding French. So it's a new fave. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this song. This is a good one. Delron Bryant. I'm doing great, Delron Bryant. How are you? And Delron, where are you from? I need to get those location details. I keep track. I've had people from 65 different countries and almost all of the United States visit my stream. So tell me where you're from, Delron. And the theme of tonight's stream, if you want to call it a theme, is about health. You're from Maryland. Okay, so where are you? Are you in like Baltimore? Are you in Bethesda? I think those are the only two Maryland cities I'm very familiar with. Are you close to DC or not? Well, right, the theme of tonight's stream was all about health. So I was talking about superfoods that you should eat. Do you have any superfoods that you regularly eat? And do you have any tricks as far as fitness goes? Or are you not into fitness? Because I'm definitely into it. You're close to DC, okay. Are you fit? Do you work out? Are you someone who are you very tight with your diet? And if you aren't, do you want to be? Because one of the things that's going to be going on in my channel in March is some sort of fitness challenge where we all start getting ready for our summer bodies. Are you down, Delron? Are you down? Were you ever an athlete? Because I was. So I think once an athlete, always an athlete. And you're always comparing yourself and your body forever to whatever shape you were in when you were at your quote unquote peak condition in the past. And so there's always this desire to measure up to that or surpass it. Why not surpass it? So yeah, that's what's gonna go down. Okay, you haven't talked to you in a while, but what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Specifically, What were your thoughts on Kendrick Lamar? Also, what superfoods are you discussing today? Got you. Denali! Oh my God, Denali, we must talk, sir. How was New York for you? Did you use my list? I did not see the Super Bowl halftime show. And I know, I didn't really watch it. I was, so I know that Kendrick performed, but I didn't see it. And I said I was gonna go watch it on YouTube so that I could I could be prepared when someone asks the question the way you are right now, but I am ill prepared. So I can't really speak on it, but thank you for asking me that question, because now after the stream is over, I will watch the halftime show. So I stream every single night, Delron. So come back and ask me, and I will give you my honest opinion. And then I'll go back over our list of top 10 superfoods. Okay, cool. Did you use it though, Denali? Jonathan Watson. Hey, Jonathan. Good to see you. Happy to have you in the stream. Okay, cool. All right. So then here's what I'll do. I will watch it tonight, and then we'll talk about it in tomorrow's stream. You want to get healthy, Delron? Okay, awesome. Delron, you gotta get with the stream team. So you gotta subscribe, enable notifications by pressing the white bell, and enable them on your phone. And then towards the end of March, when we start doing all of that fitness content, you'll be ready and you'll be on board. So get ready. I'm gonna be peppering little fitness and health things in all through the rest of February to get us primed so that in March we can start hitting our fitness regimen. You use some of it, not all of it. Okay, cool. What was your favorite place you went to in New York? For those who don't know, Denali, I had a guys trip to New York City. There's a list on my channel. I think I left it on the community tab of my picks for where to go in New York City as a New York City girl. If you were on a guys trip in New York City, and he went to a few of them. Did you end up going to Kith? And if so, what shoes did you get? Denali's a mild sneakerhead. I suggested he go to Kith, which was already on his list. And I'm curious if he went there and got some, like, you know, rare, super duper fly sneakers. Okay, got you. We're gonna get Delron healthy. Delron, you came to the right place. I'm all about personal transformation, and especially a physical transformation, because I feel like making a physical transformation gives you momentum to make all other types of changes in your life. Sometimes it can be the, you know, foundational piece. Once you get that right, it's like everything else falls like dominoes. Why do you have an American boycott? What is that? What did we do to you, Denali? Why are you, you know, withholding your dollars from the American economy? Although technically you're not, because you stayed in an American hotel. You probably had some American airline interaction. You had to eat our American food while you were there, so you can't really boycott our economy. Where have I been? What do you mean? I've been going live every single night. Where have you been, sir? Check the playlist. Go to the playlist tab and look at all of those delightful live streams you missed. Especially check out the Valentine's Day one. That was fun. And I was cute in that one. I had my heart-shaped glasses on. Check it out. All right, cool, Delron. I'm so glad. Oh, Air Canada. Okay. But just not for souvenirs. All right, got you. Yeah. Well, I'm sure, I mean, yeah, it's kind of almost impossible to be in New York and not spend a lot of money, especially if you're a tourist, because, you know, even if you're not a tourist, it's just, everything's very costly. Like, that's just one of the most expensive cities in the country and in the world. So that's how that goes. But it's kind of worth it because it's a unique experience. So what did you think? How did you feel like being in the city? Did you walk around Manhattan at all? Did you get that feeling of kind of being, you know, trapped in a maze when you look up and there's no sky, there's just tall buildings? There's a huge movement across Canada called Buy Canadian to protest the American. Oh, really? Is that what's going on? You know, here's the thing. I know you're protesting the American president, but just remember that that president, you know, doesn't necessarily represent all of the people. So we as citizenry of all these different nations can't let our governments get in the way of our understanding that there are real people just like you who have economic needs and should not be punished because of their leaders, you know? That's the thing. Okay. Delron, New York City, but I'm actually in the Southeast. I'm in Florida for the winter because I could not take winter anymore, but most of my life, New York City. I went to dinner, but not in a romantic sense. I'm single, solo dolo. However, you know, I had some fun with some friends, and then I came home and live streamed, and my live stream was like a virtual Valentine's Day date. That was the theme of it. So I had really good time in the stream that night. That was a fun one, very well attended, and a good time. So that was my Valentine's Day. Jose Zermino, what's up, Jose? Good to see you. Pleasure to have you in the stream tonight. We're talking about superfoods, and actually, I was supposed to give Delron the list of superfoods again, so I got to do that. Let me pull up that list. I covered the list at the very beginning of the stream, but let me go through it again for Delron's benefit. Let me find that list again. Oh wait, wrong list, hold on. There's so much going on my desktop. Finding the list, I'll be right with you. Okay, is this the one? I think this is this one, yeah. Okay, this was the list of 10 superfoods that I already went through. Spinach, salmon, quinoa, eggs, almonds, blueberries, Greek yogurts, with as little sugar or no sugar, sweet potatoes, avocados, and chia seeds. That's the 10. So if you incorporate those into your diet each week, you'll already be starting off in a good place. But I'm feeling pretty good for this Wednesday night. I was just saying that, like, one thing I'm learning about streaming is that the best nights are Thursday through Sunday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are just hit or miss and often quiet. I think these are the nights where I'm gonna have to come on earlier. Okay, yeah. It's just, yeah, those are just suggestions, Delron, but once we get into March, I'll be doing more health and fitness content. There's 2 workouts on my channel. There's one video called Workout With Me PM Edition, and then there's another one called Fitness Secrets Revealed, which are just little teasers. But once I get into March, I'll do actual workouts that, like, you can follow along with. And it'll be for people who, both for people who go to the gym and for people who do not. Because I know that everyone either doesn't access a gym or doesn't feel comfortable in the gym, at least not when they're not in their absolute best shape, you know? So. And sometimes it's a gradual thing. Like you may not be able to abruptly change your diet right away, but just starting to incorporate things like that can help. I'm glad, Jose. Why would they boo the Canadian national anthem? Why would they boo the Canadian anthem, Denali? What is this is there some sort of like U.S.? I've never heard of the U.S. and Canada having contentious relations. So what is this? Like, am I missing something? Why is there all of this drama? You're very shy? All right. Well, shyness isn't bad, but it's definitely something you can overcome if you choose to. Like, is it because you lack confidence about something? If it is, I bet you getting in shape may change that. Because I feel like once you have a confidence in your physical condition and you have a certain pride in the work that you've put into building a stronger, healthier, fitter you, it carries over into everything. And so you may find that some of that shyness falls away. I feel judged in the, why do you feel judged, John? Who's judging you? FV, hello, FV. ¿Dónde están mis regalos de PayPal? Almost all of the fans in Montreal have been booing the king. Why? Why are they booing? But I mean, what is the controversy? Why is there booing going on? Oh, well, John, let me help you out. I love my like no troll policy. It's just made life so much better. I just don't tolerate it. I just show them the door. And it's been life-changing with Blake. Tu quieras regalo PayPal? CFB ahora. Moving in process of the threats against. Okay, so I see. Okay. No necesita esto regalo. No, gracias. No. You should listen on YouTube. All right, I will check it out. I intentionally stay out of the fray of a lot of the political things that go on because I feel like it's so divisive. It's so stressful. I literally choose to have blinders on and just focus on what I'm doing. You know, I will check in with it once you guys bring my attention to it. I'm like, okay, now I'm uninformed. Let me go look into it. But until someone kind of alerts me to the fact that I'm uninformed and maybe I'm being irresponsible and being so uninformed, I intentionally avoid it. Like I don't watch any of the mainstream media because I just find it all to be such toxic propaganda. Wow, okay. It isn't political? I mean, in a sense, if you're protesting our government, that's kind of as political as it gets, no? I don't know. I mean, that sounds political to me, but maybe I'm missing something. Educate me if I'm misunderstanding. Protesting the American companies. So why are they protesting? Which companies are they protesting, and why are they protesting them? Like, what is the issue? I told you, I put blinders on and earphones in. I don't want to know about this stuff until I'm forced to confront it because I feel like it's unending. I feel like throughout this presidency, there's just going to be tons of this going on, and I'm too focused on what I'm doing right now. Interesting. No American foods. Interesting. I wonder how much of the U.S. GMP comes from Canadian purchase of imported goods. I don't know. Jose, it's going great. There's the two. Did you see both episodes? I think you saw maybe the trailer. So there was the trailer, then episode 1. Episode 2 premiered 2 days ago. So if you haven't seen all 3 of those, then you got to check them out. They're all on one playlist on my channel. And episodes 1 and 2 are the most recent videos on my channel. So go over there and check those out. Interesting. Okay, Denali, so now I've got 2 things that I have to look up. I have to now go watch Kendrick's halftime performance. Although if we talk about it in the stream, I can't make that the topic of the stream because it's no longer timely. But I will watch it. So even though the topic of the stream may be something else tomorrow, I usually cover the opening topic probably in the first 15 minutes. So then I will weigh in on the whole Kendrick thing. I will look into it and talk about it. And maybe we can talk about this this American foods ban. I'll do some research on both of those things tonight, so then we can talk about them in the stream tomorrow. And even if you can't be here, you can watch them on the playback if you're so inclined. I will try and be back on Sunday. I'm going to ask you about the song. What song? The one that's playing now? I don't know. Jonathan Gonzalez. Hey there, Jonathan. All right, cool, Denali. What's up, Jonathan? Yes, Jose, check them out. And when you check them out, leave a comment underneath the video. And of course, press the like button for the video. Even if you don't love or like it, just for the effort, because let me tell you, the editing was a bugaboo. Like, I put a lot of hours into that editing. So, when you watch those two, you hit that like button and you leave me a comment just letting me know what you thought. Even if you don't have positive things to say, I still want to know your thoughts. It's going great, Jonathan. I'm having a great time here in the stream. I started off talking about health, talking about 10 superfoods that should be part of your diet. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, you could always catch it on the playback, either by rewinding later tonight or watching sometime in the future, like tomorrow, over breakfast or something. But I'm starting to add some health-related content to the nightly live streams because I want the month of March to be all about health and fitness here on the channel. So, starting to introduce some of those topics. I feel like this song is it's dragging for me. It's dragging. Let's switch it up. Yeah, this is a weird stream. These nights, these early of the week nights, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're so quiet that they can be a little tiresome for me. Not tiresome in the sense that I don't like, but well, thank you. I try and treat the body as a temple. I try and, be good to myself in every way I can, but you never know. Why wait until March? Well, I'm just wrapping up the Robot Girlfriend series and some other, I'm trying to wrap up that and then I focus the content on the channel into health and fitness for March. And I think the timing is right for a lot of people because a lot of people have the desire to get their body right for the summer. Like that's an extra motivation for people. So as spring begins, it's a great time to, start that physical transformation that so many people want to make but don't necessarily have the motivation to commit to. So usually in spring, as it starts to be warmer outside, as the layers of clothing start to come off, people start to find renewed motivation to make a physical change. So that's the timing. For your soul, I think introspection and reflection and meditation, which is why there's guided meditation videos on my channel, Jonathan. If you haven't seen those, I have videos where I talk you through a guided meditation. They're 15 minutes long, so it's like I'm meditating with you. It's like you have meditation training wheels, and it's my voice talking to you, and it's a beautiful location. One shot in a beach, one shot in a beautiful clearing, and the other one is starting your day, and it shows different cities throughout the world, but they're all to get you started with, having a meditation practice. And I think that's great for the soul because it encourages you to reflect on how you can improve your life. It encourages you to still your mind and to be an observer of your thoughts. So I think that's great for the soul as well. Anything that's mentally healing, I think, ripples throughout the entire body. So I think a calm, still mind through meditation and journaling and reflection is primo for health. Okay, no problem. Well, the videos are always going to be there, so there's no rush. You don't have to do it immediately or anything like that. But yeah, the videos are there for you on the channel, so you could always check those out when you're ready. And the meditation videos, those can be if you don't have a daily practice of your own, just listening to one of those every day for 15 minutes in the morning or every day for 15 minutes in the evening, basically starting a routine where you just have time to do that. And I'll be adding to that library of meditation videos, for the rest of spring. Like by the end of spring, there should be a library of 40 plus meditation videos on the channel that you can go to whenever you want for all different scenarios. There's one for anxiety, there'll be one for dealing with anger. So there'll be all different ones on there that you can go to and watch to help you relax in all kinds of situations. Oh no, of course not. I mean, people come to the stream from all over the place. Some people are here for the first time, so no questions inappropriate. And I'm assuming that you haven't seen anything on the channel. There's lots of people here who are first timers, or some people only come to my live streams and they don't watch the videos on the channel. And that's an option too. Some people just enjoy the sense of community that goes on in the live stream, and that's totally fine. But there is content on the channel if you're interested in it, and I would love for you to take a look at it. So yeah, whatever, but at your leisure, like that content lives on the channel, so there's no rush. You don't have to like click off right now, and feel free to answer any questions. I'm fine with repeating answers because I'm getting literally new people all the time, every night, and sometimes every few minutes someone new stops by. So that's just part of the live stream game. I'm all for it. Let's see what else I've got here. Oh, one of my new favorites. This little jazz party song. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Oh, New Year's. Okay, yeah. I was like, the name is familiar. Okay, got you. Oh, for the fireworks. You're watching during the fireworks. Awesome. That was a fun night for me. Oh my God, wait. He just retracted everything. I always get nervous when people do a major retraction. It's always like, wait, what? What just happened? I have no idea what happened, Jonathan. I don't know why Jonathan did a major retraction, but okay. And we've got 19 minutes left in the stream, and I'm having such a good time tonight. This is cool. I should sit back. I always have to remember to sit back because I get a little cray-cray. And I start leaning forward, and then I start to look weird because of the distortion in the camera. Oh, you just watched number 2, Denali? Okay, what did you think? Had you seen 1? Okay, so wait, did you see 1 and 2, or you only saw 2? Because if you didn't see 2, then if you didn't see 1 rather, then 2 is not going to make sense, Denali. You have to watch them in order. What? Okay, got you. Okay. Well, wait till you see episode 3, because that's when it's going to start making sense. It's going to start making sense. And I get that it's not your thing. I keep trying to tell people, you don't have to be into the robot girlfriend. Like, I get that there are guys who are really into that and for their own reasons, and we all know what those are, I think. But it's not just for those guys. It's to have a discussion about the topic itself, because it's something that's going to happen in our society. These things are being purchased. It's $1 billion industry. So maybe you haven't walked into a restaurant or been in a grocery store and seen anyone with an AI companion, but in your lifetime, it's very likely that you will. And how is that going to make you feel? And are you okay with that? Or do you feel like they shouldn't be allowed out in public spaces? Should they only be like private at home? Like, what do you think? How does, I don't have any children, but people who do have children, how do they explain to their children what that man is doing when he has his AI companion? So it's a whole new topic that needs to be explored, and there's no rules for it yet. So how is society going to govern this phenomena? Because it's coming, and it has a lot of momentum. So that's kind of what it's about. And it's also about the fact that most of the purchasers are male, and they're men who are buying replicas of women. They are the main consumers of this product. And so it's a commodification of women. That's one of the things that's being discussed. So it's going to be deepened, and it's not going to be, it's not going to be, what's the word? Just for people who want that one type of experience, and we all know what that is about, I think. It's not just about that. It's a little bit more high-minded. And Jonathan, I don't feel that is an appropriate question for a lady to be asked, so I'm not going to answer it. But I respect that you sort of phrased it in a gentlemanly way, but I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask. I don't think so. What else is going on? Yeah. I'll talk about New York City more. Sure. I mean, ask me something about it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't lived there, this year really. So I don't know what's going on. Like this, well, that's the one thing about the city. It changes a lot quickly. So if you don't go back for 6 months or a year, when you go back, the skyline could be different. The places you thought were like the hot spot are no longer the hot spot. Like it's a living organism, you know? So it's never static. And I was really hesitant when I made the list because I didn't do any research to like make sure all of those places were still open. I was like, well, hopefully he'll check, or anyone who uses it will check before they go. Because that's the thing about the city, it changes quick. I mean, some places I knew they were open because they're kind of like institutions. Like it would be news in a big way if they closed, but everything there is always changing. So any list there is very like temporal because you just never know, you know, what's going to happen. Yeah, I've been to Katz's tons of times. Did you go and get a gigantic sandwich? A few times a year, like a few times a year, and usually for a decent amount of time. Okay, yeah, of course. Yes, Central Park is enormous. You're not going to cover everything in one visit. Yes, totally worth it. And you went in the middle of winter. You have to go back in the spring or summer because it's a completely different experience. Equally as magical, but for different reasons, because it's much more populated in the spring. And so there's people laying out on blankets. Like it has this much more social feeling to it when you go when it's warm. And sometimes there's concerts and things. So it's a completely different kind of feeling than when you go in the winter. Winter is cool because it has that winter wonderland feeling of it. It feels like very fairy tale like, but it's awesome in the summer as well, or spring. No, I get it. I mean, you're from Canada. You're used to like, you know, almost Arctic conditions. So I'm sure for you, it was just a nice little brisk little nothing. I get that. I totally understand that. Do 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 do. What else is going on? Hobbies. Ooh, okay. Um, a lot of them revolve around fitness. Like I'm very into that, even though I haven't been hitting my regimen as hard. So part of why I'm doing the March fitness challenge and focusing on health and fitness is because I want to kind of up my level of conditioning and health. And so doing the content for you guys is a way for me to be disciplined about me improving, because once I have to create workout videos for you and do research and present material for you, it forces me to be much more disciplined with myself. So it serves both purposes. But I love yoga. I love anything that's outdoors. I love going to the ocean. I love being in natural environments. So like hiking or botanical garden, that sort of thing. So I love a lot of my hobbies revolve around things that are movement related. Love dancing, all of that. And then my ultimate favorite hobby though is something that is very solitary and very quiet, which is reading. If there's one thing I could do, would be to lie in a hammock in a beautiful natural location and read a book. Like to me, that is pure paradise and the ultimate luxury, and it's something I don't get a chance to do enough. I literally have a stack of books that I wish I could read that I've purchased over the last few months, and I just haven't had the time. So for me, reading is like the ultimate luxury, and being able to read in a really beautiful place, primo. Oh. I've been to the garden, you know, as a spectator many times. I've never done the tour, no. So that's something I never did. Yes, I used to be a sprinter, Denali. I did the 100, 200, and the 4x100 relay. Yes, so anything athletic. I love trying new sports too. Like I would love to do some new types of training. Like one of the things I want to do this year, if I can swing it, is to do boxing training, because I've always wanted to do that. Just not because I want to fight, but just because I love the condition that they're in, and I would like to learn how to throw a punch properly. So I love athletic things like that. And then, like I said, and I love being in nature, and I love reading. But that's like an ultimate luxury, because it's, you know, you need time and you need your life to be very relaxed. And I have too much going on to be able to like take, you know, 3 hours and just sit and read. But boy, do I want to do that. I wish I could do that every day. All right, something to think about. No, I've never heard of that. Tara and Hunter, what is that about? Okay. Oh wait, Jose. So Jose, you clicked away and then you came back. You watched both. Ever watched the Tara and Hunter YouTube? Yeah. What? So Denali, what is the Tara and Hunter channel? And Jose, did you see both? I'm so glad that you're giving me positive feedback. Thank you. Appreciate you. I mean, the series is pretty cool. Like once I finish, I think I can tell the whole story or get the complete idea that I want to get out in 5 episodes. So we're on episode 2. Oh, thank you, Jose. Appreciate you. I think I can tell that whole story in 5 episodes. So we're on episode 2. Episode 3 is when you really kind of understand what's going on. And then there'll be 2 episodes after that. And that'll complete it. And then occasionally, maybe once a month or every couple weeks, I'll do an ASMR as that character for people who are really into that. And it'll just be something that's like one of the many things on the channel. It's one option. And it's something that's what I was explaining to Brielle, another person who comes regularly, that that series is evergreen content here on YouTube, meaning it's something that will just live on. And even if it's not super popular right now, because it's something that I think will become more popular over time and more widely discussed, my channel will have good search engine ranking on the AI subject matter, on the AI companion subject matter, so that in the future when people are searching for it, that series will come up. So I think that's a series that even if right now it's not getting a huge amount of traction, over time I think it will become more popular and could at some point in the future go viral. Because that's the cool thing about videos, especially videos that have a storyline, is that, you know, they can take on a life of their own and sometimes be very not well watched in the beginning and then a year later go viral or something. So I think it's an idea that I think maybe I'm a little bit ahead of the curve on, but I think it'll have its moment. Let's see. Tara and Hunter are 2 American athletes. One is a sprinter. Oh my gosh, really? Interesting. I'll check it out. Lingerie football. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh, you mean as a sport? No. I mean, first of all, I'm not someone who would want to play football. Like that just does not, I'm not really into contact sports. Most of the sports that I like are kind of solo, where it's just like you and the clock kind of thing. So no. And then the idea of wearing like sexy evening attire while trying to play a contact sport, no. Thank you, Jose. I get it. See, Jonathan, I get that you're really like, you know, you're very distracted by my physicality, and I understand that. And I understand that, you know, obviously my attire, which helps get people in the stream and get me watch hours, is contributing to that. So I plead guilty to contributing to the fact that you're so obsessed with the physicality, because I'm clearly very on display right now. However, you gotta step it up. You gotta discipline your mind. You gotta remain a gentleman and keep yourself, you know, keep yourself respectful. You can enjoy the visual aesthetic things that are going on without letting it take you to that lower place. Walk that delicate line. Okay, cool. All right, I will check it out. I literally feel like I don't have, I barely have time to watch anybody else's things because all I do is edit and try and pump out content. Let me tell you, being a YouTuber is work, especially if you have a whole other life. Like it's, you know, it takes so much to be consistent and create content that it leaves you with not a whole lot of free time. But I do like watching things that are inspiring, and I can foresee a time in the future, once all of the foundational work has been laid for this channel, where I will be able to have a little bit more free time, and this will flow more naturally, or I may even have like a little bit of a mini team that can help me, you know, maintain and produce content, so that I'll have more leisure time and I can just enjoy watching and go back to being a fun YouTube spectator. Ooh, that's way too slow. Let's try something else. Ooh. And we've got about 5 minutes left in the stream. And this is a good one. Like, it turned into a nice little chat. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I love editing, and I don't even know. I mean, some certain types of videos, yes, I could probably have someone help me edit. But any video that's going to be storytelling, and I would like to do another storytelling video in the future, like a series that has a narrative and story structure, which the Robot Girlfriend one does. For something like that, I kind of have to edit it myself in order to make sure the story progresses the way I want it to. But for other types of videos, especially like vlogs and things, those are definitely ones you can outsource. And I'm very close to having channel memberships. And so once I have channel memberships, I would probably do like a weekly vlog that's just for channel members. And that's something I could probably have an outside editor help me with. So down the line, I mean, you know, this year is the, growth burst for the channel, but I can see the future. You have to think long-term with YouTube because it takes time to build an audience and all of that. So, but yeah, I can see a time when it'll be, I'll be able to have help with it. And so then I'll have a lot more free time. Okay, so I crossed the line, but honestly, these are just questions. How would you get to know a person? Okay, Jonathan, you keep second guessing yourself. It's okay, I get that you're trying. No, Denali, I have not. I've gone 140, I think it's either 140 or 141. I counted when I hit 130, and I think I just hit 140, but I'll count again. I don't keep track anymore. Just after I've done a bunch, I'm like, hey, I think I've probably done another 10, and then I'll go count. So I think I'm at either 140 or 141 now, in a row. Haven't missed one. Woo woo. So yeah. And that's what I was saying at some point in the stream earlier. I was like, wait, how do I stop? Like, I need to have a good stop. In the beginning, I was stopping at I was like live to 2025, but I didn't stop. And then I was like, okay, I'll do 100. But then I didn't stop because I actually really enjoy this. And so now I'm closing in on 150 and I'm like, when do I stop? Do I do a whole year and then I can stop? So I don't know. I mean, I haven't decided what my cutoff's gonna be, but at some point, whatever the cutoff is, I'm learning which days are best. And it looks like Thursday through Sunday are the best. So at some point, like maybe I'll do a whole year of having gone every night and then just do Thursday through Sunday. But I don't know. I haven't given myself a hard deadline. Okay, I mean, I don't get offended, but I want to keep the level and the tone of the stream in a certain place. I don't personally get offended because I don't take that sort of thing personally. It's just that I don't want my stream to degenerate into a certain type of exchange. So I try and keep it, keep it gentlemanly. I don't mind a little bit of playful flirtation. I don't mind a little bit of, a conversation about physicality because it's natural. I get it. I don't take offense easily, but it's a delicate balance, and I understand that it's hard to know where the line is, and I get that there are lots of women or attractive women on YouTube who probably for them that wouldn't be crossing the line. So it's you tread lightly, and if you do cross, I will let you know, and you just pull it back, and we're good. Do I get stopped during the day a lot? No, I mean, sometimes people, even before I started streaming, people always would ask me if I was an actress or if I was like a model or an actress or something, or they're like, oh, you're from some show. And I was like, no, I'm not. But so now people will just say, what do I know you from? Or they'll say something like, are you an actress? Like, what show are you on? Or they'll say something like that. But I don't really put myself out in those situations. Not that I have any sort of anything approaching fame or anything like that, but just if you're an attractive woman who navigates the world alone a lot, you kind of go out of your way to be low key. So like I usually always wear a hat and glasses and like try and avoid being around a lot of people. Not because I think I have any fame, I really don't think I do, but it's just, I feel safer because I feel like you're, as a woman out navigating the world alone, you're targeted, right? So I'm very careful like that. That's why I have my concealed carry, Denali. Look, Jonathan, I'm not in any way offended, and no, I don't think you're coming off as flirtatious. I'm just saying, like, there's all different types of banter that I engage in. I sometimes engage in flirtatious banter with people, like that FV guy who was here. He's always coming on, like, professing his love, and I'm always saying, "Oh, really? Well, then where's my PayPal?" And we kind of have that like running joke between us, and then he'll be like, I'm always saying, "Where are my PayPal gifts?" And he's always like, "Oh God, a gift for you." And I get what he's saying with that. So, but that's one of the little banter things that we do regularly. So I don't really take offense. And I also don't tell anyone that I don't tell anyone that I do YouTube. So it just, if people, at least people in my life, it's not something I share. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, I crossed the hour mark. I have crossed the hour mark, which means this stream is coming to an end. So what I will say is anyone who did not hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And if you have not seen any other content on my channel, please go and check it out. And specifically, go and check out my Robot Girlfriend series. The first 2 videos in that series, which I think will ultimately have 5 episodes, the first 2 episodes are live on my channel. They're the 2 most recent videos on my channel. But in addition to those, there's also guided meditation videos on my channel, there's social commentary, and what you can do is go to my channel, go to the playlist tab, and you'll see playlists, one for the social commentaries, one for the guided meditation videos, and one for the Robot Girlfriend series. So check all of those out. And of course, have your subscriptions in place and have the white bell push for notifications and enable YouTube notifications on your phone so that you know when I go live, because I go live every single night. I see you next time, Denali. Good night, Jonathan, and thank you anyone else who's here. See you next time. Bye.